Marhaba. This video will check off a lot of the touristy things you can do in Dubai. So of course I did a desert safari, and as part of that we did some quad biking. I'm not gonna lie, I was conscious of the fuel tank right next to me and it was 40 degrees, but it was super fun. Then we did some dune bashing, and I was surprised we were in the same car when we were doing it, but I guess that's why everyone has a 4x4 in Dubai. There were a couple of times where I thought the car ahead would just topple over, but surprisingly it didn't. So when I was in the desert, I was thinking about dune, and I thought, let me try and recreate that step, dance, walk thing. But just trying to walk normally is pretty hard in sand. First time riding a camel, obviously, and let's just say I did a lot of core work here. And finally, the safari ended with a couple of shows, including this super talented fire dude, who was definitely one of my favorites. This is definitely one of the most iconic and stunning buildings in Dubai, the Museum of the Future. I honestly had no idea what to expect. I didn't really do much reading into what was actually in the museum. What I quickly realized was the way they structure the whole pathway through the museum is you go ahead as much as you can into the future and then go back in time until you go to the present. The whole experience was very engaging and interactive, which I really loved. But as a bit of a science girly growing up, I thought since it was a museum, some of the concepts would be fact-based, but it seemed more about concept and idea. Nevertheless, some of the exhibitions were absolutely jaw-dropping, and you can't just help but to stop, think, and obviously take a couple of very good pictures. So I read about phytoplankton at school, and I always wanted to see them in real life. I don't know if this actually is that, but either way, I was getting a bit carried away with the augmented reality version of it, but it was really fun. And I think this is part of some kind of mood experience, and as you can see with the water ripples, it's supposed to help you meditate too. On the outside, of course, the museum is a conch shape, but when you're on the inside, I didn't really feel that at all. Not too sure on how the immersive piece related to the whole concept with the future, but it was really cool. And now we're on to the next part, which is, I think, future of the travel of the future. Future of the travel. I haven't come across a robot which does not have a British accent.
Faisha, what a lovely name. What would you like to know or discuss about it?
Towards the end of the experience, you get to go to the Void, which is the outside of the conch, and you get some really stunning views of the city and of the building itself. Although I didn't spend £5 to watch a robot make coffee for me, I'm still glad I got the chance to watch the robot give me a little dance. I took my sister to see La Perle, which is a combination of acrobats, stunts, and water theatre. I hadn't been to a show like this before, So the whole experience was truly breathtaking. I had no idea where to look, my eyes were just going everywhere. I'd been recommended by a lot of people to visit Dubai Miracle Gardens, which is the world's largest natural flower garden with over 150 million flowers arranged. So my sister and I went here after I finished work, and I wanted to time it so that I could see it in the day and in the night at sunset. However, it was also really hot that day, around 40 degrees, and as you can see from this clip, this astigmatism you see, it's because of the humidity, not because of the camera. And yeah, you can tell, I'm feeling pretty hot here. And last but not least, you can't visit Dubai without visiting the Burj Khalifa. Again, we tried to time it so that we could see it at sunset, but since we bought the tickets on the spot, the only slot available was later in the night. But you know what? It's fine. I personally love Dubai at night anyway, since the skyline is stunning. And we wouldn't have had the chance to see the fountains from this view at any other time. I'm not very religious, but when I was talking to one of the staff, he said, if you want to make a wish, make it from the top, because this is where you are closest to God.